to What Am I Rolling, a twice-monthly RPG one-shot podcast, hosted by me, Fiona. This is part 2 of our Star Trek one-shot, so make sure you've listened to the first part before continuing on with this episode. To briefly recap, my friends Colleen, Richie and John are members of a Starfleet away team that have beamed down to the alien planet of Seku 6, investigating reports of a missing runabout, the Susquehanna. Before disappearing without a trace, the Susquehanna was looking into a mysterious alien signal which had originated from the planet's surface. The away team's mission is to find the runabout and determine the origin and cause of the strange alien signal. After materialising on the planet's surface and left to fend for themselves, the away team was ambushed by 2 Romulans. With some timely Glasgow kisses from the science officer, the team managed to subdue their attackers, stunning one whilst the other fled. Soon after, the team discovered some partial remains of crew members, as well as a crashed Romulan shuttlecraft, aka Space Gregs. After many hours of traversing through the rough terrain, tracking the alien signal, the team came upon a hidden settlement next to a huge cliff face. However, before they could get a good look, they were caught by an outpost guard and were told to come quietly and see the matriarchal leader of the settlement. Remember, whenever a character attempts to complete a task, the Game Master will ask for a number of successes from the player, ranging from 1 to 5. Player must then get that number of successes on the dice they roll. A player will roll 2d20, and the target number of the task is the number which they have to roll equal to or under in order to gain a success. This target number is a combination of a player's attribute and a discipline, chosen from their character sheet. Each dice which rolls a 1 counts as 2 successes, and if a player has an applicable focus when attempting a task, such as navigation, diplomacy, or even Klingon opera, every dice which rolls equal to or under their discipline value also counts as 2 successes. It is possible for players to score more successes than they actually need. These extra successes allow players to further their success, and is something called momentum. Players can spend momentum in a number of ways on the task they've just succeeded at. Alternatively, players can bank momentum and allow the whole group of players to have access to it later on in the game. Players can spend 1 point of banked momentum to gain an extra d20 to add to their roll when faced with a challenging task. If you want to find out more about Star Trek Adventures, the 2d20 system, and download the free Quick Start rules which were used in this one-shot, check out the Modiphius Entertainment website. That's www.modiphius.com, and Modiphius is spelled M-O-D-I-P-H-I-U-S. I'll put a link to it on the What Am I Rolling website and in this episode's show notes. One last thing before we begin. Naturally, there are times in this one-shot where the players and myself, mostly myself, get the rules wrong or forget something plot-wise. Whilst we always endeavour to stick to the rules wherever possible, at the end of the day, we all make mistakes. And what matters most is that everyone enjoys themselves. With all that out of the way, let's return to Seku 6. So you go into town, people stare at you. All of them you see are human. There's some kids running about, and it's not like a shanty town, but it's very sort of like humdrum life on a desert planet. And you get taken to like a big hut-esque type thing. You're brought before an older human woman, who's clearly the elder of the town. She's sort of like, yeah. And the person that's sort of leader of the we found these spies that were on the outskirts of the settlement. They say they're here to investigate unusual activity. And she's like, man, leave us to it. And she sort of sits there, sort of, explain yourselves, why are you here?
How are you doing? Are you conscious yet?
Yeah, I'm conscious. It's nice and cool inside.
Oh, yeah. You feel a lot better.
Yeah, I fall to one knee, and I say, Aerodralum, we apologise for breaching the peace upon your planet.
Oh. Diplomacy.
Thank you. We came.
I love the fact you're about to say, like, oh, that's very good. Like, from behind.
I'm just going, oh, yes.
We came in on the command of our captain, who insisted there was some strange activity according to our instruments. We did not see you here. Our captain has left. We are by ourselves. We are tired. We are hungry. Mm-hmm. I am very thirsty. We apologise, and we beg for your mercy.
Nice. Roll me a presence command check, please.
13.
That's not too bad.
Oh, I'm not. You pity me. I scored an 8. No, a 6 and an 8.
Nice.
Boom.
You lead 1 and you got 2. Well done.
So,
About fucking time.
this is interesting because we've not got to this point yet. For that, it's base level 1.
Yeah.
If you complete it and with more than one success, you get something called momentum. And it's something that you can spend later on to upgrade dice and stuff like that, so you can get an extra...
Good, because I think I get to do some single combat for that.
Yes, exactly. So you've got that there as well.
Thank you.
So she sort of looks... She looks like that the grandmother from Moana.
That's what I was envisaging.
I
when you
think
talked about
Princess
her.
and the Frog, but yeah.
Okay.
So it's the same kind of...
So she just goes...
Or the willow tree from Pocahontas.
Oh, yeah! The one tree. She said, yes, you're very strange from far off places, but I have heard tell of something. Like, she sees your the badge. I know of Starfleet. Yes, it's okay. What strange activity is this that you speak of?
We got a signal that said somebody was trying to interrupt your way of life, and one of the core components of our society is to stop people interrupting your way of life and people who live like you.
We interfere theirs from interfering yours.
Basically,
And she
Fuck's
says,
sake!
she says, oh, do you mean that strange alien signal that's been happening?
Yes, literally that one.
Oh.
Oh, glorious elder.
Oh,
you're a bit sniffly, aren't you?
do you want to crawl out for ours?
You can
Get your
fight. I've stopped being killed by knives. Back off.
Clean around
Arrows.
10 either a bit brown.
Arrow sort of looks to you and she goes, yes, about a month or so we were mining back into the cliff face and we came across a chamber which had this sort of weird obelisk in it, and when we went near it, it set off this signal, and ever since then our planet has been, certainly our settlement has been attacked by various different weird species. We had there was like some ships with a sort of this like shorter people with the big ears that came, and then there was like some weird ones with a bad haircut that came as well. And now
That could
you
be
guys.
any of them.
Cardassians? What?
Cardassians are natty dresses. Back off.
So wait, you're here to investigate this signal. You're more than welcome to, but ideally, I don't want anything happening to my people settlement. So, and you bring guns into this.
To be fair, your settlement is working, but maybe if you communicated with the outside world very occasionally.
I don't like your tone.
Hold on a second, guys, because if they are a settlement, they'll need to, and is isolated. How are they sustaining themselves? They must be doing trade with somewhere.
They do have ships. You did see ships.
So what I'm saying is that they're not telling us necessarily all the truth about
They might
how
have replicators, so they're replicating it.
It looks
What
like,
about the
a
mining?
shanty
They don't
town.
mind if they're going to be.
No, but maybe the crystals that they mine are energy producing.
All right, okay, so they're self-sustaining
Yeah.
on that premise, right? Okay.
Good
But
idea.
then at the same time, she seems to be knowledgeable of Starfleet, so maybe she's not one of them. I don't trust her.
But if they have got ships, maybe they have done deals. Maybe they're just as not xenophobic necessarily, but like maybe they just like do trade, but like try and keep themselves if they can.
Okay.
What year are we in? If it's 483, that means we're in the very early 2380s then.
48311.3.
Yeah,
Right.
We'll be 2381.
Okay, so we're very early next gen.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like
9 yet.
yeah, it's fairly early on. So yeah, you're still in the building. You're still talking to Erin. She's told you about the alien signal that's they found in this cave and stuff. She's not giving your weapons back or
Hey,
anything.
John, I don't trust this woman in the slightest.
Yeah,
So you shouldn't.
I mean, and you're covered in brown stuff.
Yeah, to
Because
try
she's
and
so
stop
far
her
up
from
her arse.
killing you.
cracked herself. Is that what you said?
Pete's sake.
They're so far her own arse.
Oh right, I thought you-
Different men and women. We desperately suck up to people to stop them killing us.
Sorry, but you're not going to smash patriarchy that way.
Yeah, well, if
Because you're submitting to the
Are you all
patriarchy.
talking to each other just as she's
you're
stood there?
both women characters.
I love the she just goes. Look, if you want to do it, I could just throw you out to the wastes. What would you like to do?
I mean, Colleen's our superior officer, so...
But you guys can chip in. I'm not. This is the thing. Like she's talking to you just now, but it's like whenever they speak to a person in Star Trek, that people go convince the other person. I'm likely to make you some rolls for it. But
Okay. Oh, great elder. We do not wish to cause any difficulty for you and your settlement. However, we have been ordered by our captain to find out the source of the alien signal. Therefore, we would like your permission to continue through your settlement to find out the source of the alien signal and hopefully prevent any other crueler organisations than us finding your town.
Starfleet is cruel.
Isn't cruel.
Crueler.
Isn't as cruel as the rest of the universe.
I'm getting that.
We're all from the founding species. We can't talk.
So I need you to make another presence,
you and I are.
presence command
I know,
check.
Jonathan's
for
as
Pete's
well.
sake.
But whenever you do a check, it's always 2D 20, right? But because you've got some momentum now, you can spend that and get another one. So you've got more of a chance to do it. So that's what happens when you have a momentum is pooled, so anyone can use it.
Can I not save that for when DeJeff didn't inevitably...
Yeah, absolutely. I'm just giving you that option as well.
Because you only knocked him out for
Produces a
4 hours.
batleth or something.
You only knocked him out for 4 hours. And it's
I acquired this on Chronos.
So yeah, it's still a 1 difficulty, so you still need 1 to pass. So presence versus presence and command.
I can take it with 1, she says. Oh, 7 and 9.
What's your presence and command?
My maths. 11.
Yeah, absolutely fine.
11.
Because
13.
DeJeff.
No, 13.
so and because you was only 1, so you can get another.
Thank you.
So she's like, okay, look, if you wish to investigate the alien signal, you're more than welcome to. I will send the person that brought you in, who is called Drev.
Okay,
So
Drev.
I'll get Drev to come with you and accompany you to the mines. You can find your alien signal, but then you must leave and leave our settlement and not disturb us anymore. We are private people and we do not wish. I've heard of Starfleet and I know they interfere, and I don't want them to bring trouble with them.
Yeah, sounds chill.
Yeah.
Yeah, great. Can we have some water? I'm really thirsty.
If you wish to prepare, you're more than welcome to. If you wish to spend some time in the town, you're more than welcome to. Erin's giving you sort of some protection so that no one's going to hassle you at all. What would you like to do? Like you can see where the cliff is, and you can see the entrance to it. But
I think we should have some water and some food.
I think we should make it snappy as well.
Yeah, like a quick bit of bread or something, just to get our energy back up.
Yeah, quick half hour.
Yeah.
I mean,
Cup of tea.
you're still quite stressed.
Some hobnobs.
Everybody's dressed.
You can do so the medical officers will do like a presence medical check to try and heal some stress off her if you'd like.
Presence medicine makes 12.
12, yeah, and if you wish, we do have some momentum in the bank.
Wait, you have to use mine?
So it's
They're
pooled.
pooled.
Oh,
It's pooled. So you can, if you wish to upgrade to add another dice to it, you can.
Nah.
You don't have
just
I mean-
let her die.
so it's 12 total.
Yeah.
And your folk, obviously, because you're a medical officer, you're very good at that. So what's your medicine?
5.
5. So if you get one under 5, or you get 5 under it, you can get 2.
19.
He just stabs you. Ah!
You're gonna die. 6. No, you're fine.
6.
I'm just going to bleed a bit.
So you, I'd say, take off 2 stress from that. So
2 stress, okay.
yeah, I mean, you're still quite stressed. You had to talk long words like this woman for a bit.
I do find long words
Lieutenant
very
Richie,
difficult.
what would you like to do during this time?
To be fair, I still don't trust them. They clearly want rid of us as ASAP.
Yeah.
That makes me very suspicious. We need to get that alien signal because, to be honest with you, I think we need to get off this planet.
To be fair, you probably pass like a local shop or something like that, and you look in the window or some sort of the pants. You still got a lot of blood like from the head.
I do.
Yeah, so I mean, maybe she's very suspicious because you don't look great. Like it's more superficial, but you've got a resting bitch face, put it like that.
You look full on Mad Max.
And I mean, you like smashed 2 Romulans in the face.
Coming back to the story, apparently I've got blood on my face because I just nutted a Romulan a little while back.
You've had it for several hours, by the way. You went to Space Greg's, or what you thought was Space
And
Greg's.
I offered you a wet wipe and you refused it. You were like, no, I'm fine.
Guys, this is going to go on for 3 days if you don't
We
get
threw
it.
some sand on your face.
Guys.
And you were like, I'm fine.
Guys,
Now it's getting all crusty and stuff, and I just
Yeah.
want to pick it.
okay.
It flakes a little bit.
Yeah.
Right, so that's going to...
Glistening in the sun.
There's a quick fix to that. I just give it a quick wipe and it'll flake off, right? So I'll look alright now.
I mean, you still look a bit haggard. But that's your general demeanour, yeah.
I'm going to get more haggard by the delays that are going on here.
What would you like to do?
I like this one to stop moaning about how, I'm so ill.
I mean, to be fair, though, you turn to Lieutenant
Coellas.
Coellas, and she's been patched up by the medical officer. She's like, nah, like making a big deal about it. So
Right, so I think she should,
Landorian.
yeah.
she should be worried that her rank is going to be pulled because of her ineptitude at shooting in the first instance. So she's going to want to pull that back, and we're going to get to the alien signal as soon as we can. So we should be heading for the alien signal now.
Do you want to do anything before that? Any like they've got food around? You could talk to some people.
We should
if you
probably get our phasers back first.
Yeah.
Alright.
We need to ask about getting our phasers back.
Or we pick up something that'll do the trick, like a bazooka.
I mean, they still have your phasers. They've not like sold it on that quickly. The random black market they have on this.
Yeah.
They might not be willing to give us them back in situ, maybe once we're past their security point or something.
Well, does this guy who picked us up still have the phasers on him? Can we assume that he does?
Yeah, he's nearby. He's like I'm assuming.
It's probably on the other side of the tent or something.
Yeah. What would you like to say to him?
Oh,
So,
what's occurring?
You cunt.
we could just not actually just take the phasers off him.
We don't want to anger another
You're
another
not the
species.
superior officer.
You don't deserve that rank.
You realise why you've been denied promotion several times. It's probably related to your nothings.
we're
I just haven't
gonna,
gone through my command program.
we're going to say to him, we're going to try and very gently get some more information out of him about where this camp has come from.
Yeah.
So we could just say, how's the family? How long you been settled here? But more kind of schemey than that. So we can ask him, do you have many visitors here?
What time you on till?
How much do you charge?
Talk to him like he's a taxi driver.
Alright.
Busy night.
I would like you then. Can you roll me an insight command check with a difficulty of 2, so you need 2 successes for that.
Right.
And remember, you do have. So we've got 2 momentum in the player's pool. So if you want to spend one, you can get an extra die.
Right.
Should you wish?
Right, guys, let's see how this goes. So if we've got a command of 1, insight of 11, so we've got 12 to score.
So ideally, both dice needs to be under. Did you say 12?
12 and
Can you roll both, then take one and roll a third?
no.
We need to ask beforehand. I know.
She just did.
I
Can we?
No,
reckon
John.
we're spending 1 momentum. Because this is quite a high risk roll.
He's very wary of you. Like, you know, like you came quietly, but he just still doesn't trust you. You can get that.
I think we should spend 1.
Okay, spend one.
I don't mind.
Oh, we've been okay.
Yeah, keep going.
12, 17, and comms badge.
Combat. Excellent. So that's 3 successes. Fantastic. So So I guess you start with the small tosser.
Do we only need 2 for that, though?
Yes, but because you got 3, get a momentum.
Thank you very much.
There you go. So you get it back. Woo woo. So it works. Okay. So
Like roulette? Space casino.
No, that's Star Wars.
So you start with some quick banter. Like, maybe you start off with like an apology, saying, "I'm sorry, I came over so gruff. I didn't realise I was covered in blood." He softens a bit to you, and he talks about his family a little bit, how they've always been on this planet, Seku 6 it's called, and they've always lived in this settlement, and so they're very wary of outsiders, but they know Erin, who's the main dealer, so she's the matriarchal of this settlement, so she deals with like the traders and stuff, and that's so she's it's matriarchal basically. She controls everything from the top. And you explain possibly about Starfleet and how you are good guys basically, and you're here to help. He seems very amenable, and Dread gives you back your phasers as a result.
Okay.
He's also accompanying you into the mines because he's very aware. Again, this sort of just making sure things are going well. He talks to you about the crashes. They came across the Starfleet people that were sort of materialised. They didn't know who they were, but again, gathered that they were like from the stars and from some sort of thing. So they were aware that something was happening. And in the last month and a half, when this alien signal sort of happened, there've been a lot more visitors to this planet, unregistered visitors. So like they saw that the Romulans had come in and just sort of fought them off as best they could. Like there was a crash, and they knew there was some people still skirting out in the wastelands, but they don't know how many there was or anything like that.
Okay.
I guess you've got enough time. You've fed yourselves. Like they're very willing to give you food and water. Like they don't see you as a threat anymore. You've come in peace. The children are quite frightened of you. Probably, like all of you.
Pointy ears.
Yeah, they don't trust you. You sort of keep yourself to yourself, I guess, as a Vulcan.
I'm female.
Dread sort of gets to you and goes, "All right, shall we head up to the cliff face. You want to go find this alien signal, and you again pinging your tricorders. It's within. You can tell it's within the cliff face, and they obviously has been talking about this chamber that they found and stuff. So.
Yes, we want to go up to the chamber.
Mm-hmm.
Have your people been up safely?
They mined into it to get the crystals to go and trade stuff. But when they found this obelisk and it's sort of emitting the alien signal, there's been no trade since because they didn't know what it was. And then there's the attacks from the Ferengi and the Romulans. They're more concerned about their own safety rather than the trade. So there's been like the odd one or two people who've gone to check that there's nothing in there, but they've not gone to investigate it and find out what the signal is.
But we're safe to go from what we're wearing. So
currently, they know they went like maybe a day or so ago, and there wasn't anyone there. Drev, who says he's come along, he's got his disruptor rifle with him, and you're all capable people with phasers, so you remember to rearm yourselves, which is a good sign.
Then let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
So the mines cut deep into the cliff face, and then vertical shafts drop down several hundred metres. The rickety grab lifts of uncertain quality allow miners and yourselves to descend into darkness. After winding through several more caverns, you come across an area where the mine shaft apparently ends at a metal wall. The wall has been cut through, and on the other side is a pentagonal chamber. Several control devices of some kind line the walls. In the centre of the room is what looks like a floating thing, obelisk, carved from some type of hard stone. Strange sigils faintly illuminate with soft blue light and are engraved in the obelisk's facings. You don't see anything else from that, but so the obelisk is here, and you've got the blue line things that are sort of control panels.
Okay.
The smaller obelisk, they look like more control stuff, so these sort of smaller ones here, but they're like on the ground. Something you stand on, maybe operate from there.
Okay.
What would you guys like to do?
Well, I think we should scan the room with our tricorders if they work. The crystals probably will deflect our scans.
There's control panels in that room as well, isn't there? So it's not just crystals.
Yeah.
Just to mention, I have a focus in sensor operations. That might be useful.
Yeah.
Does someone want to scan the obelisk and someone wants to check out the control panels?
So we should probably try and find out what species created this.
Yeah. And whether the
Technology.
crystals that they're using in this room specifically are natural crystals or engineer crystals.
Yep.
So I could scan for organic life forms. Look at me being all technical. So I could scan for that if you wanted to do the control panels.
Sounds good.
Or maybe should I scan them first to make sure that if you touch it, it's not going to like zap you or something. Like there's
That
no,
would
like,
make sense.
So you're scanning the obelisk?
I'm gonna scan the whole room, including obelisk, for any like organic particles, just in case if we touch something, because we're organic, it doesn't like zap us.
Excellent. Okay, so I need you then to make an insight science check for me, please.
That would be 14.
14, and what's your science?
Science is 3.
So 14 is what you need. It'll be difficulty of 2, so you need 2 successes.
Yeah. 14
base.
Yeah.
If you get anything under 3 or 3, that equals 2 successes
Okay.
from that.
I've got 3.
Excellent. 2 successes. So Steve, you get anything else?
18.
18, so no. So you can surmise that currently there's nothing on the databanks or anything like. You don't recognise what species it is. Scanning the whole room, so the control panels, there's some different language you don't know. You go up to the obelisk into not touching it.
Yeah.
It doesn't scan. It doesn't register as anything.
Okay.
There's like almost a gap where you try and scan it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I was going to scan the control panels and try and find out what species created it.
Yeah.
But that's interesting though, if we can't see the obelisk through the sensors and we couldn't see the camp either, it would suggest that the technologies could be linked in some way.
Yeah, by the same people.
So by this woman, the elder saying that this obelisk has just been revealed could be bollocks.
Should we get what's his face and ask him to touch the panels first before us?
We could ask him if anyone's already touched the panels.
Yeah.
So you're asking Drev what's occurred in this room. He says we tried fiddling with the control panels, didn't understand any of it. It's a complete garbage to us. A couple of the miners tried to like manoeuvre the obelisk because it's floating. When they did, they jumped back completely stunned. Took us several hours to revive them, so we know not to touch that.
Oh.
He's quite relieved that when you went up the tripod, he was like, is still in the process of trusting you guys.
Yeah.
But Drev's like, okay, touching it is a bad sign. Okay. What would you like to do, Colleen? So they've discovered that the control panels are something not on the tricorder. The obelisk itself that's floating does not scan from any tricorder.
Attempt communication
With
the obelisk. The fact that it has
No, that makes sense.
no,
Yeah.
genuine, despite the fact that it has rebuffed our.
So do you think it's an
scanning.
organic being?
So what would you like to? So what, are you talking to it out loud or trying to?
If we can, do a general release message to, we have lots of languages in the tricorder, surely, to talk to it and to try and initiate first contact, then we should try that.
What would you like to say to the obelisk?
We are Starfleet. We wish to know what you are. We mean you no harm.
Okay. Can you do me a presence command, please? Difficulty of 2.
13.
Okay.
That should be doable without momentum, right?
I hope so.
Yes.
12, 18.
Oh,
So that's one success.
That's one success. Remain silent. You don't hear anything.
try to get with momentum.
Can we try it again?
If you want to try again, fine. Yeah. So you're spending a momentum.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes, I can do it.
Up to you.
I think we need to talk to it because nothing else is fucking working.
Yeah, no, but is it staying silent because it is just an obelisk?
Yeah. I don't think it's a creature like
No, but I think
controlling
there's a
it.
message left in it.
Well, then shouldn't we try one of the control panels?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, should we try talking to a control panel?
Yeah, you're the science.
Control panel.
Have you got? Hello.
Oh,
So
alert.
Because you're the science officer,
Yeah,
so
so I've got science.
maybe you should go up to
Oh, we're being
control panel.
alerted.
So are you talking to it, or are you trying to Because Drev says they tried messing with the controls before, and they've not been shocked by it or anything like that, but they've just not been able to hack it.
Well, that could suggest that this whole thing is some sort of aircraft in its own being, potentially, if it's powered by this obelisk and there's these control panels around it.
What, the crystal itself is controlling everything in the chamber?
Possibly, or it's just malfunctioned. And
Yeah.
And the control panels are broken in some way.
And needs resetting.
Yes, so perhaps we scan them and see if there's any.
Control Alt Delete.
Basically, I think an on switch,
Yeah.
or it needs, you turn it upside down and blow on the wheel or something. To
I just love it if we go like that. Computer, like.
No, you get the mouse up. Out, computer.
It's like, have you trying to switch it off and on again? Where's your off switch?
Alright, I need you then to make me a reason science task check with 3 difficulty.
Oh, right, okay, so
boom.
3 difficulty, it's a 16, so we've got a good chance.
Okay.
That's good.
But it's a 3 difficulty, so I need to get one underneath
Well,
reason or science.
So you'll have focus in it.
My science is 5.
5. Okay. So it's doable, but if you want to spend momentum and get enough dice, one thing I'd say is you can spend momentum to get up to. Well, we don't have enough momentum, but say if you had more up to 6, right? 1 gets you an extra third die. 2 will get you 4. 3 would get you 5. You can get up to 5 if you had that. Currently, you only have 2, so you can only get a possible 1 of the die.
I'm not that good.
Yeah. Should we use momentum?
And use it.
Yeah, probably should.
All right. So under 16 and under 5 is 2 successes.
Got an 8.
8, so that's 1 success.
Got a 7.
2.
A 4.
Hey, excellent. That's 4. So, and then as a result, so it's 4 under 5. 1 back.
Hey.
There you go.
Right.
So you work out that you can shut off the signal. It's very Matrix code. So it sort of comes up and goes, and you're like, it's a bit like my sushi recipes and stuff like that. So you sort of type a few buttons and stuff like that, and you can work out that you can shut off the signal using these controls by cutting the connection from the fate power signature from behind the controls. If you want to stop the signal. Can't understand the language, per se. You can work out how to turn off the signal.
Stopping the signal wouldn't necessarily be a bad thing, because if the matriarchal figure is speaking the truth, she doesn't want the signal because the signal is drawing attention to the camp.
Yeah.
So if we switch it off, we're potentially doing them a favour.
Yeah.
Which will
make them
enable us
trust
to... Yeah, and we can get away.
Yeah.
So there's a plus there. If we turn it off, there's also the risk that whatever reason this thing has had to reactivate will cause us to be in more danger. Any other things, consequences that anyone can think of?
I think of all the ideas we've had, it's probably the better one.
To switch it off.
If you do switch it off, it might have a mechanism that re-switches it back on, and then we know that it's intelligent.
Yeah.
or we inadvertently self-destruct it.
You've tried speaking to it. The tricorder doesn't reveal it to be full of life. You've tried communicating with it. It's not responded, or your attempts to it have failed.
But off, see what happens.
Yeah, turn it off and on again.
Turn it off, and then see what happens.
So you go behind, maybe just like fiddle around with some switches, and you pull one out, and
and then you switch it off.
there's one big button that says it off.
Turn it off.
The blue light within the obelisk sort of starts to fade out, and the control panels sort of go. You still have like a little bit of light coming in, but it's quite dark now. But officially everything is off, and the signal stops. As you do that,
To Jeff.
Oh no!
Does Jeff appear?
I knew we couldn't trust a Jeff.
as you turn off the power, you hear one of the grav lift from where you came sort of come out, and you hear a rush of people come in. Distinct sound of disruptor fire, and as you turn to face whatever is coming down the lift shaft, you see the doors swish open and several Romulans step out. Their leader, a female centurion, holds a disruptor's pistol, saying, "Step away from the artifact, Starfleet. We've come to take possession of this facility, and these are priceless archaeological finds. Put down your weapons." Richie, you're sort of here at this control panel. Where were you guys? Where would you be in this situation?
Probably just before the control panel, right in front of the Romulans.
So what, over your yellow, sorry.
Keeping an eye on the door, I would have thought.
Yeah.
So, okay, you're there.
I would have been here
Yep.
if I was scanning.
Dare probably would be next to you because you're next to the thing. Okay.
Yeah.
They look pretty well armed. The female centurion is sort of here at the front. And they've all got pistols and blasters and stuff.
So probably run around behind this, and again, not quite pa-doo, but
Are you going to shoot?
no, hold up blaster and shout, "This is in neutral territory."
So you're readying your weapon, basically.
Yeah, we're in neutral territory. No one has
Jurisdiction.
over this. We only got here first because it has taken out both your shuttle and our shuttle. We can find peace.
What are you guys doing?
I probably would have gone behind here
Yeah, you dash behind, like it's
and probably grab Drax at the same
yeah,
time.
pull that round, yeah.
What was his name?
Drez,
Drez, sorry.
D-R-E-Z.
Who's
Yeah.
Drax?
You think of
Guardians
Guardians of the
of the
Galaxy,
Galaxy.
yeah.
Oh.
I mean, also Helix's stepson, but who cares about Helix?
Yeah, what are you doing, Richie?
I'm already behind.
Yeah, so you ducked,
I'm
so everyone's sort of ducked for cover with their weapons ready.
Yeah.
Right. Does anyone want to shout anything to them? If anyone wants to do an insight command check for me.
It'd be quite useful to know what the Romulans know about this, because they clearly seem to have some sort of insight into this being of value and an archaeological
We're in the
artifact.
neutral zone, aren't we?
Just outside of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the thing is, as well, with this, so like they've come to the doors opened and the five of them are there, but it's dark and it's glowing.
Yep.
So it's like actually all three of us could probably take three of them out, and then there'd be two left. Not that I'm saying that we engage in armed conflict.
Starfleet says not to unless
Yeah.
last resort. To be fair.
Like, I think someone should shout but try and throw their voice. But because it's a pentagonal room, if someone shouted that
I
way,
already did that.
it's like
Yeah, so we've already got someone that's spoken out to them, so
okay.
that person
I'm
should
the
remain.
Alpha, remember?
Those
This is my
two-
job.
Yeah.
These guys, well, myself and yourself, and
Drev.
Does Drev have a gun?
Drev has their disruptor rifle.
Right.
They're ready for it. Yeah.
I think if I were to do this, I would go there
Yeah.
behind this
So
panel.
you're behind the other panel. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you got cover on
And
that.
I'd say to Drev as I went past,
Drev could.
if we start firing, you fire as well. Don't,
But do we know that
keep
Jeff
fi-
is not on the side
That's
of
the
the
thing.
Romulans?
Drev could be on the side of the Romulans.
That's true, and I've just put my back to him, haven't I?
What would you do right now in this situation as your
So,
character?
if I was there
Yeah.
and my commanding officers just shouted,
Chill the fuck out.
I would say to Drive, I'd be like, if we start shooting, you start shooting as well. And I would move around to here. So
Yep.
I've got another vantage point, so there's 4 vantage points now.
Starfleet, I guess you put the trust in the best
Yeah.
people. You've tried to make friends with him. Like, certainly you have, Richie, where they're trying to talk about his family and stuff like that. So I'm giving you like a round to prepare, like what's going to happen. Like, so you shouted to him, you've told Drev what to do. What would you like to do, Richie?
Okay, let's get plan out then. So if there are 5 of them at this gateway in an enclosed space, they've trapped us in, but similarly we can prevent them from getting in because they're not quite crossed that threshold as of yet. So I'd argue that the best way to deal with this is quite rightly for this character, as in the chief of security,
Shouted out, yeah.
to ask for some sort of lowering of weapons, They don't, as of yet, know there's another 3 individuals, or potentially don't know there's 3 other individuals
As
in
far
the room.
as you're aware.
As far as we're aware. We're in darkness and we're under cover. So we need to see how that dialogue pans out. If that escalates, then we should prevent the Romulans from getting into the room. So in which case we would set to stun.
Mm-hmm.
That's how we do it. So we try and do it non-violently.
Mm-hmm.
And if we can't, we need to stop them getting in the room because we've got no other exit. They get in the room, there's 5 of them. Potentially, we're going to be double crossed as well, so it could be up to 6 of them. Whereas if we can keep them out of the room, then there's potentially, at best, 4 of us against 5 of them. What I'm saying is, we need to continue dialogue.
Mm-hmm.
We need to try and get them to agree to an armistice.
Mm-hmm.
If that does not succeed, we need to start firing on them before they enter the room.
Alright, so but what, are you moving anywhere? Or are you just getting your gun ready to fire on if
I'm
needed?
going to say that I'm on stun.
Yep.
Staying quiet.
Yep.
Waiting for the Chief of Security to continue
Okay.
dialogue.
So, you said that. I need you then to make me a present command check against the Centurion. So it will be an opposed check, so you'll roll first,
Okay.
and then I will roll as the Centurion.
Okay, so my presence command is, as always, 13.
Yep.
Ooh, got a 9
Oh,
and a 16.
9 and a 16.
9 and 16. Okay. So that's 1 success. You pass me the dice as well, because I'm going to have to roll. So I have a pool myself of things, and it's called threat. So I can use threat to add complications to things. So I'm going to spend 1 of my threat to upgrade my dice.
I think she's just added that
She's
in.
not an answer.
She's just added that in.
To roll
God
that in. So that
damn
is a. So I need under 12 for my ones. So that's 1, so that's 2 success. You shout out that thing, they go, ha! Fire on them! And we're going to go into initiative. So, one of the Romulans will go first. I will aim for you.
Right. I'm tense. Like, not ironically.
The Romulan closest to the Centurion is going to shoot at Colleen. She's going to make a controlled security check.
Is the Centurion in the room then?
Centurion's at the head, basically. She's not in they're not in the room yet. Okay, so controlled security, so it's a 13. I need to hit you on. With a difficulty of 2. It's 2. It is 2. So it shoots wide. You know, it does. It is because it's a range of it shoots 2. So it hits the console above you. The sparks start flying from the broken thing. Does not hit you.
I shout, ah!
Yeah. Shouts ah. Okay. It is a player slot to go. Anyone can react. I'm going to say that Dev is going to react at the end of it when everyone's gone. Who would like to go first? You've seen one of the Centurions, one of the Romulans try and shoot the Chief of Security.
I reckon you'd be in the best position to fire back.
Yeah.
So I can still cover just in case this guy is...
Like, I think I would shoot towards the... If they've done the first shot, I would do the shoot towards the door, but I'd either try and hit them or hit something that would close the door on them.
Okay.
So that would give us enough time to regroup.
Are you planning to hit like a switch or anything like that? Like, you need to say what your target is first when you're fighting. Is it a person or is it a switch?
I'd go for the person because if it is a door, let's say we're closing that door, we're then trapped.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I'll hit a person.
Hit a person. Who would you like to hit? There's the one that's... So there's the Centurion sort of at the head, and you've got 2 there, and you can hear noises of 2 others behind them.
I think.
It's Jeff though.
The Jeff, you can't see if the Jeff is there.
Yeah, so I'd aim for the Centurion, but in the hope that shooting him or at her would then fall upon the other 2 people.
Okay, so you're aiming for the Centurion. That's good to know. All right, roll me a control and security.
Control and security
for range.
Is 9 and 3, so 12.
Okay, a difficulty of 2.
Okay.
So remember, you still have your pool of momentum. So if you want to spend 1, you can get an extra die. Yeah.
Not for the first shot, I don't think.
All right. Good to
Should
know.
I?
What do you have to score again?
12 or less.
12 or less.
Yeah, I think it should be okay.
See that now. Alright, first one, here we go.
Oh, you're down.
7.
1 success.
12.
12. Perfect. That's on. That's on. So you get.
Yes.
So you hit. How many comm badges do you need to roll for hitting?
If I've used my phaser, 5.
5. Okay, so roll those 4 and then roll another one. Tell me
Okay.
how much damage you get.
Oh,
1.
Balls.
A minute. I've still got another one.
Yeah, you got another one? Stop it.
badge.
So what I'll say for that's an effect.
Yeah.
So you can say you disarm that person, or something else happens. So what would you like to happen? It can't be something like shutting the doors, because that's more of an action. You
Can
were
she
aiming for-
fall back and the other 2 centurions behind her kind of catch her?
Yeah, so she's.
So that's a moment of
I'll
weakness.
say that she falls prone, so she's
Yeah.
easier for you guys to hit. 'Cause she's
Yeah.
on the ground, she can't defend
Yeah.
herself. But she would have to take a bit of her turn to get up. She
Yeah.
can't move basically. She basically have to get up and then shoot if she's
Yeah,
going to do that.
let's do that.
So Romulan on the other side sees that you've shot the Centurion. They're going to try and hit you. And then they're going to spend one of their effect. So they're going to have 3 chances.
I'm dead.
Yeah, so it's 13. 12,
I'm
4, 6. Okay,
We're all
you
dead.
take, if you pass me the dice for me.
we not manipulate the crystal and
Can we
so
not just fire on the crystal and kill us all? I'm quite happy for that right now.
Everyone
1,
dies.
2, minus, and then... No. Alright, so you take 2 stress. And there's 2 effects as a result of that. If you get shot back, you drop your phaser.
Yeah.
And the screen, the screen you're hiding behind explodes.
Yeah.
You do no longer have that cover, so it's easier to hit you as a result.
Okay.
It is now another player's go. Either Richie or Colleen.
I'm still.
Hide him.
Yeah, I'm still hiding. Yeah, but they still don't know that I'm present because I'm hidden at the furthest point in the room.
But you can fire the crystal.
So could you?
Yeah, but then I'm hiding and injured because I'm shit.
The main one's
Do you know what? That's a good point. They are clearly interested in the artifact to potentially damage the artifact. That's going to
Yeah,
really
but I say,
fuck them
genuine
up.
question: can I draw their fire while Richie nuts the crystal?
I don't want to nut the crystal because they've already proven that you touch it and put out of alignment, you're going to throw them back.
Just checking.
Should we fire at the crystal to see what happens? The Romulans are after the artifact undamaged to stop them from firing by threatening to damage it. It might
It's very colonial, but yeah, sure.
calm them down a little.
Okay.
So let's fire at the crystal with the hope that it somehow stuns all of the Romulans.
The crystal recognises we're trying to save itself.
You're still thinking it's crystal sentient,
Yeah.
right?
So you're trying to hit this crystal.
Yeah.
Okay, can you do me a control security, please? Difficulty of 2.
11. Oh, it's a bit 50-50.
If you want to.
No, let's see what happens.
Momentum's worked out well for us.
I'm not that good about firing the crystal, to be honest.
What would you do in this moment as the science
What do you think we
officer?
should be doing then?
Given what you know about the situation.
Given that you're a
Character.
bastard who hedgebutt people
Yeah,
in the
yeah,
face,
yeah.
you should shoot at the crystal.
Well, the character probably would shoot the crystal, but yeah, we need to do something with the crystal.
Okay.
Your
So-
mental Glaswegian denobulum will shoot at the crystal.
Right, so we shoot at the crystal then.
Yep. Okay. So roll control security.
3 and a 17.
Holy crap.
Difficulty of 2. Sorry. What's your combined? Sorry. Control and security.
Control is 9, security is 2, so we've got a 3 and a 17, so it's a 1.
So only 1 success. It hits. Doesn't seem to be any reaction to it other than like you hear the Romulans sort of cry out like, "Oh, don't hurt it." So you get that it's important to them, but you don't damage it.
Good.
Okay.
How does the crystal react to us setting it?
It doesn't do anything. Because now the Centurions go. They are going to. They heard the noise about the crystal. We can't see you, so it's probably going to try and shoot at John because you hit it earlier. So yeah, give me 1 dice there. 14. Yep, hits. Difficulty of 2. You take 1 stress as the Centurion sort of gets back on her feet and hits you. It is now Colleen's go. What would you like to do?
Well, the Cardassians have obviously reacted badly to firing at the crystal, so from my
The
hidey
Romulans.
hole, the Cardassians would react badly too. Romulans, however, are right there, but they're all reacting badly, so I would fire again the crystal, shouting again about how this is probably a breach of the year.
Alright. Okay, so make a control security ranged attack, difficulty of 2.
Okay, 12.
12? Yep.
Yeah.
Again, you've still got 2 momentum, so if you want to spend 1 to get...
There's only 2 of us in the room, and I don't want to score one.
That's fair.
2 and 15?
2 and 15, and what was it, 12?
Yeah.
So again, you shoot off it. It doesn't react or anything like that. But again, the Romulans are really not pleased that you keep shooting at this artifact.
Okay.
So they're very unhappy about that. It's their go, so one of them at the back is going to move in and go towards you. They're still within range, they've not got up to you yet, so they can't hit you. They're going to shoot at you, though, with a...
Oh no!
Yeah, I know.
Don't distract them.
Well, you are. They're coming towards you. Control security. Yes, it's 13. 14 and a 3, so does not hit because it's too late.
Yeah.
So it shoots wild as they go towards you. It's now Drev's turn. Hearing what you said, John, is now going to shoot at the Centurion. 15, he's quite a good shot. So 12 and a 1, yeah, absolutely hits her. Does the NPC kill the person you're supposed to kill? His Disruptor Rifle has 7 of these challenge die, so you might as well... Oh, wow, 5. Because when you take 5 stress in a round, you've got an injury, sort of. So he just sort of gets up, and I guess maybe inspired by John, and the thought, like, he feels an affinity with Starfleet, so he just shoots at the person, and she just sort of goes flying backwards, and she just hits the side, she's like, retreat, retreat! So that's what she's going to say in her go. Okay. One more is going to... the final one is going to take a quick pot shot at John, because he's at the back there, which is... No, it doesn't hit at all. It just fires wildly, and with that, they all sort of, like, move out and run away. Again, I think because with the hit from Drev's shot really injured their leader, so they were like, we must protect the leader, we must get out. So the battle is over. What would you guys like to do? You can hear them sort of going away from the mine shaft, and Drev's like, I need to go check on the settlement to see if they're okay. They clearly got past our defences if they're here to attack us.
Calm the ship. Please. Help. We're very tired.
Bring us back.
What a bacon
Should we switch the crystal back on, though?
You can do if you...
Do you think we should switch the crystal back on? Because what if the crystal's powering the defence mechanism of the village?
Yeah, but that needs to come with, like, a full squadron, not just us.
No, because the matriarch said that this crystal activation is relatively recent. Unless she's lying. We've turned it off, which she should be happy about, so we should head back to the village, see what all the fuss is about.
As you set out and you get out of the cliff face, your communicator starts talking again. He goes, come in away team, Commander, do you read me? I guess a bit of talking about what's happened in the hours that you've been away. They ask you to come back on the ship and debrief. Do you want to describe the ending to our little scenario? Like...
God, I'm gasping.
I just want a cup of tea in the mess hall and a couple of hobnobs. I'll be fine.
Drev thanks you for your help. He talks about the Romulans that probably will be back. He's seen the power of Starfleet and that you've managed to turn off the signal, which is a good start, and hopefully they won't be bothered anymore, and they've got enough resources.
In the future, there will be a Starfleet ship in orbit that will... due to the place where they are in the galaxy, we will keep off the worst invaders. We would like to know what the hell they're mining if they're there by themselves, because that seems like a terrible invitation.
You maybe send out some more away teams from the ship after you guys recovered, and you talked about the female Centurion, Romulan, and there was at least 4 others there, but you can't find any trace of them. There doesn't seem to be any trace around the crash section.
There's deployments of some archaeologists down there as well.
Yeah. So you maybe take a couple of days to sort of go through, like, and make sure with the ship now there, you don't seem to find any trace of them. So you wonder if they've managed to get off the planet.
Whoever insists that no Andorians ever go down again, it's terrible. That she's
you suffer a heat stroke, basically.
Very sunburned. It's very painful.
As the away crew are beamed back aboard the ship, no doubt to face an intense debrief with the captain and possibly some kind of group therapy session, the settlement and the rest of Seku 6 is left in peace. For now. But wait! What happened to the away team of Romulans, who mysteriously disappeared after the final battle? And what about the Susquehanna? What happened to the ship to cause it to disappear and leave dead crew members all over the planet's surface? And was there really a space Greggs? Some questions are best left unanswered. Space. It's rather big, isn't it? Roll credits. The What Am I Rolling podcast was created, recorded and edited by me, Fiona Howat. This episode's players were Colleen Cheetham-Gerrard, Richie Cheetham-Gerrard and John Nicoll. This episode's RPG one-shot was Star Trek Adventures by Modifius Entertainment. You can find out more about Star Trek Adventures and download the free Quick Start rules on the Modifius Entertainment website. That's www.modifius.com. The theme music was 8-Bit March by Twin Musicon of twinmusicon.org, licensed under a Creative Commons 4.0 license. If you want to find out more about the podcast, check out the website. That's www.wairpodcast.com. Fancy getting in touch? Email the podcast at whatamirollingpodcast@gmail.com. Finally, follow the podcast on Twitter and Instagram at WAIR_podcast for the latest news on upcoming episodes. Remember, adventurers need not apply.